It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Owen Tangent. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Race. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Complete to the right. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Now adjusting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, five-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you...
Wide open on the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Out of the gun to give to the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Fires into the end zone.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. On a little time, lets it go. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
It's no good. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's St. Clair. He's got it. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Thurman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the ground. He's got it again. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio...
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Moves around to clear up the vision. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Graham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. It's Marshall. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Caught in the backfield. It's Jacobs. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They've got a first down here to open the period. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the game, and they move the sticks. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. The play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Marshall. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellows, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but it's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over UCLA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Pulls it in, it's Graham. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. At the 45 on his way. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed.
Touchdown, Ohio State. The finisher and the exclamation point on that drive.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
To throw, it's Underwood. He's got the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on film.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Wants to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Fires on the move. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Wants to throw on third down. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. So the intentional grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Just drives in between the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. That's caught. It's Graham. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. The sweet feet buy a little time. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the tip. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got some room, it was over.
Oh, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. The sure hands. It's Smith. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Complete to the left. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
He's loose. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score. Now Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to take off. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. And he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
To the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Jacobs. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Finds a little space. There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Makes the catch. It's Priestcorn. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Snagged in the middle, it's Thurman. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for room, it's Peoples. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Buys a little time with his feet. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. captain's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's
breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice game. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going. And
he's got it along the sideline. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quarterback now breaking the field. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Fires to the wideout. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 11 over Bowling Green. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it, he's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Rodgers. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's St. Clair. Pulls it in, it's Smith. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Trying to beat the D deep. Snatches it on the right. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes are on the move.
Cricket. Belly stutter.
Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little extra time. Keeps the play going.
Quarterback with the carry. Big loss on the play. Second down coming up.
And the Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. Turning it on. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Slings it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fires downfield. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Peoples. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw at St. Clair. He's got an open man. There he goes. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Wants to fire on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. So here comes the Michigan offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on second down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which color jerseys?
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On fourth down, going to the air. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
First and goal, Michigan.
Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Pittsburgh has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. They're trailing by 14 to UCLA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's got room. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot. Guys, they answered the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who.
He's got it at the 20. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the pummeling has started. They stretch this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Morgan. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Going to sling it on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's a throw downfield late. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. Might be looking to run. Takes a hit as he fires. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.